back to Maxs Garaj Mahal. We're going to do another deck re-level, and the reason for that is people seem to tell me that I don't always complete a video. Well, 99.9% of people seem to get it just fine, have a lot of really positive comments, get a few negative ones once in a while. So we're trying to eliminate the negative ones. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to show you the simplest method to level your deck on this particular model lawnmower, and all it's required is a 9/16" wrench. It can be an open end, it could be a box end, it can be a ratchety box end, and if you have lock nuts on yours like I do, then you're going to need two. One could be a box end, one could be an open end. They could both be box end, but probably won't work all that well. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take two pieces of 2x4. Now make sure if you got a piece of 2x4 and you got 8 pieces of them, which is what you're going to need, you're going to need 8 pieces of 2x4. And I'll pan down here in a minute so you can see them. Make sure that they're the same thickness, so when you lay two together, then you've got, and all 4 of those doubles are all the same thickness, so make sure you do that. Alright, maybe I should show you that. Okay, so you see this one? This has been a cross cut for many different projects, and although it's a cross cut and it has lots of grooves in it, believe it or not, that still will work as a measurement device. So what you're going to do is you're going to stick 2 of the same thickness material. Don't just assume that it is, because some companies, when they finish out their 2x, may be 1 5/8 inches, some may be slightly under 1 1/2 inches, and they may be 1 7/16 inches. So those two would almost make 3 inches. However, you'd still be off by 1/16. So make sure you got them all the same thickness. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to take your lawnmower deck and you want to set it to, on this particular lawnmower we have the Scott Hodge patented Hustler Raptor numerical decal that you put over the Hustler decal, which is new letters. So you want to make sure that if you've got your mower with this particular decal, now I've got oversized rear tires, so I'm going to show you both methods, or if you got oversized tires, I'm going to show you how to do it, because you're still going to use a 3-inch block. So what you're going to do, you're going to go and set your mower deck for 3 1/4 inches, and you're going to let these things down, and I'm going to describe it first and I'm going to show you. You're going to make sure that you have these. I got them out almost to the spindle on both sides, and this is a 5-foot or 60-inch deck, but you make sure they're straight across from each other and the same distance from the outside on both sides of the deck. Once you've done that, we're ready to go to work. Now, there's one thing I've left out, and I know I'll hear about it if I don't say this. Make sure you're sitting on a flat and level surface. It can be off. It can be on a surface like this as long as it's still flat, but that's just a joke, so don't put a lot of money into that. Okay, so we're ready to show you what we're going to do. We're going to get the camera a little closer for you. Hang on uno momento. Alright, first we're going to go to this side. Alright, maybe that wasn't too bad of a ride. What are we looking at here? Can we see the lawnmower at all? Alright, now then, we're going to pan down. Alright, now we're going to zoom in. I guess we'll pan down a little bit more. Alright, there we go. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the deck down on these blocks. And If you've got your deck set at 3 1/4 inches, then it should set right on top of it. All right, now, here's what you want to do. These things should barely have some movement in them. Barely. Now let's see what we have here. All right, it's very tight. So that side is perfect. Let's go to the other side and take a look. Now I'm going to try to leave the camera set right there and adjust it to where you can see it. And there's the requisite phone call we have to get on each video. All right, let's see. Let me back the camera up a little bit. Oh yeah, we're gonna get that phone call. So whoever's calling, sorry we're not gonna get it right now. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing over here. Now then, make sure these are tight, and they're tight. Okay, now then, that's a little tight, and that's a little tight. So, we're gonna take this. Now this mower, right now, we have this mower deck absolutely mowing perfectly flat and smooth. So I'm going to fake doing what I'm doing, but I'm going to go through the motions of showing you because we have everything adjusted out. And I moved it out here where I don't normally adjust the deck. So apparently this is not perfectly flat, so bear in mind. However, we're still going to walk through the process. So here we go. All right, let's see if you can see all of that. There you are right there. Okay, so let's say the deck needs to go down. We're going to break this lock nut loose, then we're going to lower the deck, which means we're going to loosen the nut to allow that to go down until the deck is sitting on that block nice and firm. Then we're going to tighten this back up just enough that it's got a little bit of loose play on it, not much, just a tiny bit. And then we'll make sure that that block doesn't move. Now, if it's on, you can do this a couple of different ways. You can adjust this up off of that tight bolt, and just like this. You can adjust this up until that just barely can be moved, just like that. That is absolutely perfect right there. So you do that on all 4 corners, and once you've got all 4 corners where it's adjusted just like I showed you, then your deck will be level. Now let's say, and I've had people ask me, what if your deck is warped? Well, straighten the stinking thing, because if it's warped and it's not been straightened, then that's your fault, not the lawnmower, because you're the one that broke it. So what we always say at Maxs Garaj Mahal, run them like you stole them, fix them if you break them. Well, if you broke it, which means you warped your deck, let's straighten your deck. How do you do that? Most likely you're going to have 3 points that are good. You may only have 2. So what you want to do is find those 2 points, and then you're going to set them on something solid, and you're going to beat the dickets out of the side that's high, there and there. That was simpler for me to say than it is for you to do. I've had to do that on some decks that I did not personally warp, but I did help people straighten them out. So that's how you do that. Now, with that said, I mentioned that I have oversized tires. These tires are 2 3/4 inches or 2 1/2 inches taller than the factory Grassmasters or Big Bites. Big Bites. God, I love XL Industries and Hustler mowers. They're good quality products, but they're Big Bite tires. Guys, y'all need to get over there with Shane Smith at Smith Motorsports, Smith Family Motorsports, and talk to Shane. See if he can't hook you up with these tires. They got a good bite to them, good soft sidewall, so you can lower the pressures and really get a good mow. So maybe I'll do that in this coming year. Okay, with that said, these are taller tires. So let me get you a little closer here, and I'm going to show you what I've got mine setting on in order to have a 3-inch mow, or actually 3 1/4, because your deck has got a 1/4 inch drop. All right, now then, let me get around here where I can see the monitor. All right, we're going to pan down. Okay. A little bit more. And you'll see, if you can see those numbers, I think you probably will be able to. I've got mine sitting on 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches. I'm not sure what that relates to in the letters, but 2.5 inches with those taller tires. You'll still use the 3-inch blocks, and that'll give you an exact 3¼ inch cut. So that's all there is to this. There's nothing more, nothing secret about it, nothing hard about it, and that's exactly how you're going to do this to get the lawn to look like you want it to look down through there. Let's see if you can see my old lawn. It's a little ragged because I started cutting down for the winter time, but there it is right there, and it looks pretty good. Sort of brownish from lack of rain and me cutting it. I cut about that much off of it at one time with some high stands about like this, some seated areas. So I probably took 7 inches off of it at one time, and it was really so dusty, it's unbelievable. It took my breath away, and that's with a mask on. Okay, so with all that said, we're going to end the video right here, and let you know we do appreciate you guys coming by. Hopefully that gave you enough information on the tools required to use that type of adjustments. You lengthen the bolt to drop the deck, you shorten the bolt to raise the deck. Pretty simple stuff. So hopefully you got something out of this video. If you did, hope you hit that subscribe button. Please hit the like button and share, and whatever you do, make sure that you hit that that little notification bell down here so that you get notified every time we have a new video coming out. And I've had people ask me to make some more videos on the tracking steering, so we're going to do that. We've had people ask me how to raise and lower the sticks. You can do that on some you can't. You can on this particular model here. It will raise and lower. That also, when you raise and lower that, it can make one rod a little shorter than the other. Not that the rod's shorter, but the adjustment on the rod will need to be lengthened out if you raise it, shortened if you lower it. So we're going to show you that in a future video. Let us know if you want to see that. And that pretty much covers this video. So guys, let us know in the comments below what you thought. Let us know in the comments below what you'd like to see. And if you don't want to do it in public, you can always send me an email at MaxsGarajMahal@gmail.com. We appreciate you coming by. As we always say at Maxs Garaj Mahal, y'all come back, see us now, you hear?